君を探してたんだ。ヤンちゃん。
That kid is probably like, what in the love triangle? I usually start my videos with a summary of the episode, but I want to skip that entirely and go directly to the theories and analysis part cause most of you guys skip over the summary part anyway. So I'll save you and I some time and just go directly to the theories. We respect those who don't want the next episode to get spoiled. I'll divide the theories between the current episode and the episode preview. Please make sure to tag spoilers in the comments if you want to talk about the next episode's preview. Now, let's get the Fujoshi theory out there first. This is just a crack theory, but it'll be funny if Shang Chao actually has a crush on Yang Chang, which is why he's always around when Yang Chang is trying to confess to Xia Qing. Cause, let's be honest here, Yang Chang is way too pretty to not crush on. They also have complementary color schemes of blue and yellow, and they contrast each other in the fact that one is a rich nepo baby and the other is a poor orphan. I'm saying that Shang Chao is a nepo baby cause how do you become a judge for a company like MG if you didn't pull some strings along the way? Anyways, I'm going to talk a lot about Shang Chao, and not because I want to ship him with Yang Chang. No, I want to talk about him because he's so suspicious. First off, it could be coincidence that he disrupted Yang Chang when he wanted to ask Xia Qing out to a Lucky Cyan concert the first time. But it was suspicious that he gave Xia Qing tickets for the concert afterwards. He could have seen Yang Chang holding 2 tickets when he entered the room the first time Yang Chang wanted to ask Xia Qing out. And I have a good and bad version of why he gave Xia Qing the tickets for the concerts. The good version is that he just wanted to be a nice guy and play as a wingman for Yang Chang. So he gave Xia Qing extra tickets so she can invite Yang Chang instead because Yang Chang is way too shy to do it himself. But here's the thing, Xia Qing didn't know if Yang Chang liked Lucky Cyan, but she knows that Isol, the guy she asked to hang out with her little brother, likes Lucky Cyan because they texted about it before. If I was her, I would ask the Isol actor to go with me to the concert as a thank you. But if the person who gave me the tickets specifically asked me to ask someone else, then I'd have no choice but to ask that person until they decline the invitation. Does that make sense? The bad version is that Shang Chao really didn't want Yang Chang to be around Xia Qing because he liked Xia Qing himself. But that's honestly so cliche, and I'm not sure if Li Haolin, the person who loves surprising us with twist after twist, will greenlight that. Also, Little Pomelo, who I will be calling Yuzu cause I don't want to call him Little Pomelo all the time, has a high EQ. He realized that Yang Chang has a crush on his sister instantly, and I find it funny that the camera zoomed in on his face at the end of the episode when Shang Chao announced that he was there for Yang Chang and not Xia Qing. Honestly, I think that the reason Shang Chao was there was so he can recruit Yang Chang to join his hero agency. After all, it was mentioned in this episode that he wanted to start one. I also think he's been wanting to recruit Yang Chang since the audition for the Isol actor, because he knew it was Yang Chang. He had to have seen his file as one of the judges. I personally think Shang Chao will be acting as Yang Chang's manager in the next episode. After all, Shang Chao has been interning at several hero agencies before, and what better way to use that knowledge than to help out his friend Yang Chang? There's also a theory going about that Shang Chao was the one who hired the delivery drivers to kidnap Yuzu. To be honest, I'm on the fence on this one, cause I can see the possibility, but at the same time, I think there's a higher possibility that it's not him. Listen, he might be a nepo baby, but he doesn't strike me as someone evil. Considering the beginning of the episode where the thugs who killed Yang Chang's parents said that they're gonna sell him, I think it's more probable that there's a child abduction ring in the overall storyline of the show that we're only now getting a hint of. I'm saying this cause I think it might be tied into the Lucky Cyan storyline. I'm not going to elaborate much on it, but if you've seen her trailer, then you know what I'm hinting at. Apropos kidnappers, those 2 crooks will probably appear in the storyline later on again. Notice that in this scene, Yang Cheng burned the neck of crook number 1. By the way, does anyone know their names? This is suspicious because the camera deliberately slowed down to show us this happening, meaning that it's important and the director wants us to focus on it. So if you guys see a villain with a mark on their neck, chances are that it's crook number 1. Also, there might be some confusion as to why Yang Cheng is so powerful with only one person who trusts him. That's because Yuzu believed him to be someone like Isol, hence why even though it was just one believer, that's one believer who thinks he has the power of Isol. Isol, who happens to be the first X in the storyline, as shown here in the translation from the actor recruiters. Thank you to GCOS for the translations, by the way. If you guys want to read more translations regarding the show, then please check out their account on Twitter X. Another theory of mine is that the actor audition was actually nothing more than a facade to find the next Isol to replace the original one. Why? Because the original one is getting older and has to retire soon. He's been fighting crimes for 34 years. Let the man retire and pass on the baton. After all, anyone can be Isol, since he's never unmasked in the 34 years he's been active. However, MG, the company, didn't like the fact that Yang Cheng was chosen by the masses to replace Isol instead of an actor that they themselves chose. Why? Because of control. Now that Isol's brand is connected to Yang Cheng's face, it'll be harder to find replacements in the future. I also want to say that, judging by how the show keeps showing us the malfunctioning electric glove, there is a chance that Yang Cheng will lose his arm in the future. I mean, look at this promo artwork of him. He's practically a cyborg with that arm. Anyways, I want to end this part of the video with another crack theory. More crackier than my Fujo brain trying to add yaoi into the show. You guys see this bubble tea shop owner? My theory is that this guy is actually Isol. Not only does he look like he could be the same age as Isol, he also have the same physique. I find it odd that they'd give him so many lines at the beginning only for him to not be relevant in the future. I'm telling you guys, the possibility of this man being Isol is high. But then again, I also said that Yuzu was younger Lin Ling, so who knows really? Before I start with the preview theories, I'd like to introduce myself. Hi, I'm Faye, and I'm an artist who makes analysis videos on the side. I'm currently doing a theory and analysis series for To Be Hero X, so if you like my videos so far, please like and subscribe. Thank you! According to the preview, Isol will show us his real identity in episode 6, so we will know if he really is the bubble tea shop owner. Because at the beginning of the preview, a reporter said that Isol showed his face for the first time in 34 years, which is highly specific. I thought they actually meant Yang Cheng is now Isol. Second theory is that Yang Cheng will be taken by the MG company to convince him to become Isol's new successor, or they'll threaten him to lay low. I mentioned this before, but I really do believe that Shang Chao is going to be acting as Yang Cheng's manager since he's shown in the preview too. Or he's still trying to recruit Yang Cheng for his startup. Also, if you're confused about the timelines, basically, the Nice story arc is actually the last and latest story arc. Any future episodes that we're getting will be from the past, meaning that there's a high chance that we will see the original Nice again, since there's also the mystery of the smile incident that we need to take into account. Anyways, that's all for now. Please leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!